Well, hello everyone. Welcome to today's Sip and Solve. My name is Brody Oldham. I'm our Director of Analytic Consultancy with an experienced commercial data science team. I'm happy to have you with us here today. I manage a team of consultants focused on our commercial and small business analytics. And today, I'm walking you through how to make smarter decisions with analytics. And with a downturn and resets imminent on the economic horizon that we have, this is the right time now to prepare. So we're going to pack this into just 15 minutes. I'm sitting here in my bright sunny office in Texas with a cold cherry limeade because it's hot, and I hope you have something good in front of you too. Now, since we only have 15 minutes, let's get right into it. Having a successful collection strategy is going to make all the difference in your speed to recovery and adding efficiencies to your business. And when we look at these prioritization drivers, these efficiencies are welcomed by folks you have working on your accounts. A collection strategy with automation is going to reduce prioritization and research required by collectors before they even have an opportunity to engage with the customer. So I used to sit in a call center with call center agents for collections, and I know they're working hard, highlighting every opportunity they can to identify good opportunities to collect, and they have those hard and uncomfortable conversations with customers to help them find a way to true up and to pay back what they owe. When you help your call center with better tools and contact segmentation to become more efficient, that means that it can be more profitable, and that is an incentive to the agents. Experian can provide platforms and data and analytic support to get your strategy up and running quickly. More time focused on customer contact means better opportunity for recovery. The automation that you create provides an opportunity to segment customers into more appropriate nonlinear contact strategies, and we talked about that in our last Sip and Solve, the collection prioritization using a scorecard on this channel. So if you signed up, you can go back and watch that or listen to that one and watch it too. So applying the appropriate contact method will really help you to maximize touch, and it's going to allow you to collect more efficiently as the first party, and you're the first party, and reduce your third-party costs. Creating a strategy that's less manual brings standardization, which you always want. You're addressing customers consistently and fairly through the collections process. And getting the scores and attributes for the collection analysis and eventually into the strategy you put in place will lead to better decisions and outcomes for your customers. So customer-focused. The data that we're looking at is easily accessible through portfolio processing, through batch, through API, directly into your collection and account receivable platforms. And having these options for data is going to help you drive efficiencies and use and gain value from the data, and oftentimes in this way doing it at a lower price point. So scores are important. And I like to bring up this slide because they evaluate many different data points and deliver a number related to the odds and really focused on the event you're trying to predict. Scores put it in an easily digestible format, a number or dollar amount in the case of a collection score. And in our focus today, the score will determine the odds that you're able to collect what you're owed. So you can quantify the value of an account using collection scores and attributes throughout the lending life cycle. This is really the first key benefit of a score. Using a matrixed approach, and this is what we recommended in the last Sip and Solve, to look at a collection score and a portfolio risk score matrix together to identify those accounts that are trending into higher risk segments and utilizing the strategy to identify those businesses that have a lower ability to repay the debt. In doing that, it could lead you to a consolidation offer for these particular clients or a portfolio management activity. And it's really pre-collection, pre-delinquency even. So the second key benefit here of a collection score is that they help you to prioritize which of your customers are more likely to repay. And this is the point in your collection process where your expectation is to collect just, at this point, pennies on the dollar. You want to know earlier in the process, so you can take some additional activities. But you want to know, will my client self-cure? Are they going to pay? Are they going to continue to roll into more severe delinquency status? So that leads to the third key benefit of a collection score. If the account's propensity to repay is below the threshold that you set, you're really determining agency allocations at that point by the collectability potential and the transition of the account to the third-party collector that really fits. And this is going to help you to reduce some of your back-end costs and really assign the appropriate third party. Now let's look briefly at a few of the other tools that are available to support your collection strategy. Not all of these fall squarely in the collection process, and that's important to understand. When you think about collections, it should start with customer service and understanding the needs and financial health of your customers. It starts while the customer is still in good health, and I want to say it again, still in good health and not delinquent. Identifying fraud and resolving identity in the acquisitions phase, confirming the client is who they say they are up front, will help you to reduce the number of never pays or bust out accounts going through your back-end process. When you monitor customer performance through your portfolio management process, on and off book, and everything on doesn't equal everything off. It'll help you to identify trends and early warning signals that would lead to accounts going into arrears. So once you're in that recovery mode, so we're in the back end now, triggers and scores and attributes will help you to prioritize activities required by the urgency, their ability to repay, and the exposure that you have for those particular debts that are associated with the accounts. Essentially prioritizing the accounts into different segments of recovery risk. Experian offers these building blocks to segmentation as well as platforms and software to take this segmentation analysis and create contact strategies, and that's important for the form of touch that you're addressing the debt and your client. You're identifying the right contact from the most current contact information. Now let's talk briefly about the process of collections. The typical account receivables process. Generally at an early stage, and this is the first party, and this is you, generally you would send an invoice or a reminder letter to your client. And as that account ages or the delinquency becomes more and more 30 to 60 days past due, you escalate your efforts with phone calls or a more strongly worded letter surrounding the outstanding amount. Some of you, 30 to 60 days may be way too long. You may be doing this within a few days of the delinquency occurring. So if it continues to roll into a more delinquent or severe delinquent status, it should potentially go to a more experienced collector, and are those folks that you have on staff. You may not have these resources for the later stage. So you should prepare for that transition to a third-party collector or to legal, and those are a little more expensive. So these could be accounts that are in arrears, that we see in some of our clients up to 180 days old. So a collection strategy will help you know when these late-stage collections should be transitioned. Now, when we look at a standard process for accounts in arrears, and here we're looking at an age-based strategy, the accounts are prioritized by the highest dollar amount to be collected and days past due. The highest percentage of accounts spend a lot of time, when we look at our clients, they spend a lot of time prioritizing and performing skip tracing activities, just really trying to get the clients in the right order that they're going to contact and ready to be contacted. So how do we move from this standard style or strategy into something that addresses efficiency as well as the client situation and need that you're addressing here with this collection activity? So with the inclusion of a score, and we keep going back to the score because I think it's important, it really helps us in the automation process to make fast decisions. You can prioritize the accounts by the highest dollar, days past due, amount to be collected, but you can also look at the collection score to understand the risk and what's really at risk here that's in arrears. So the chart shown that you're seeing here in the bottom left is a great example when you're evaluating your good customers. And what you're going to see here is that there are different ways to address a client depending on where they fall within the chart. So you'll see those that are in the top left are usually good customers. They're likely easy to pay and true up. They're in the blue box. A light touch is easy to bring them back into a loyalty position. The top right gray box could just be a misunderstanding or a billing issue that caused the account to roll into this late stage of delinquency. So customer service is going to be more targeted with the first-party collector, and that's you, versus an agency who may not have that same connection with the customer. Not saying that it's a bad thing, I'm just saying that you might have an opportunity to use the loyalty that they have in this group to really bring back that recovery and up the recovery effort. You don't want to lose these profitable customers because in the future when they get back on their feet, they're going to come back. So you can reduce really the effort required to transition them to a third-party collection agency if you're addressing it here. Now those in the red box, low score, large number of days past due, that's going to require quick, high touch, and a more seasoned collector to really reach out and address that debt quickly because it is at risk. And my mom always said first to the table is likely to get a bigger slice of the pie, and so you always want to get there and make sure that you're the first there ready to take your piece. Collections really is a fluid customer interaction, full of surprises and colorful people and stories. If you've ever been in a collection agency, you'll hear all the stories. They are really interesting to listen to and interesting in how you're addressing clients' need and getting them back to a right position. So knowing how to efficiently segment and apply the different strategies will make your customer feel that you know their needs and you understand the best way to support them in this time of really imbalance. So what are some of the challenges that you're going to face as a collector? You're going to be assessing the risk that the customer is not going to pay you back. You're going to be addressing challenges using some of the tools we discussed today through a combination of delinquency, balance, behavior scores, driving that outbound strategy. You're going to face regulatory oversight through regs like TCPA that place guardrails around the volume and frequency of your outbound efforts. In our digital environment today, you're going to have increased mobile users, so it's going to be harder to get that right contact rate. And those rates have been at record lows. Customers and mobile phones, if you pull out your mobile phone, it's easy to find an app or a blocker to keep those collection calls out. So just a different environment than we've had in the past. So traditional collection centers really don't recognize how customers are communicating with their company and utilizing these preferences accordingly. And a digital communication strategy through text calls and emails will really allow the collection center to meet the customer where they want to engage, so it may be different from each client, and really communicate around that debt and try to work out a repayment plan and through different channels. I think it really adds value and client satisfaction. So what should you take away from today's session? Don't look at your collection strategy as a last resort. It should be part of the life cycle of all your accounts, knowing your customers and putting them first. You have many tools here at your disposal. Attributes, triggers, scores, software, platform, all of which Experian offers and can support you with consulting and any type of help you need to set up your strategy. We're here to help. Collection strategies and challenges continue to evolve, and certainly as a recession is imminent, know that legislation activity will increase, and putting yourself ahead of the curve, getting your strategy running well now will make a difference and require capital requirements, really limiting the origination of addressing customer needs faster. So putting you in a better position to collect a higher percentage of those collectible dollars available. Get a bigger piece of your pie. So what I learned from my time with collections team is that doing collections the right way where it's going to bring your customers back when they regain their balance. Knowing that you're going to treat them fairly, meet them where they are if they get off balance a little bit. And one of the things I learned is that it's not always the case that the most aggressive collectors are the most successful. It's the smart collectors that are successful. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for spending your break with me. Hopefully I was able to help you a little bit with how to make some smarter collection decisions with analytics. If you have any questions or want to learn more about what I talked about today, feel free to use the link you see here to chat with us. Also, if you want to get notified of future sessions, make sure you join the list and look back at some of our previous sessions too, and this one as well, and look into the future. Hey guys, back to work. Nice talking with you today.